This is Terror Talk with Michael B, and I'm your host, Michael B. Today we're going to go over Ocean City Mansion in Ocean City, New Jersey. I had actually never heard of this place. It was brought to me some information about hauntings happening there, a honeymoon suite, stuff happening on the third floor. So we decided, with all COVID restrictions and everything in place, we followed the rules, brought our masks, and we went down to Ocean City, New Jersey. Place is definitely gives you that feeling of the old Victorian style. You walk in, there's a white porch, some nice little wood and white furniture. It gives it's a welcoming feel with a little mystery if you know what you're going there for. You walk in, it's very open, welcoming. I guess they would call it like a great room. They have a piano there set up, a couch, big giant chess set. I'm sure we can get that showing you guys. So we talked to the owner for a few minutes, decided to check in, go check out the room, and then we would come back and talk to her later. I'm going to be honest, I looked online. I didn't find a lot of stuff about hauntings on there. I found a few comments, and I thought maybe this was one of those, let's put a few ghost comments on here, maybe we can get some business. So I wouldn't say I was, totally discrediting the place, but I really wasn't expecting so much. Two of the comments I did find, I'll read to you. It says, during a getaway at the Ocean City Mansion back in 2019, I was sitting on the porch and something grabbed my lower left waist area. I turned to see what it was and nothing was there. I told my friend who was sitting with me and we laughed about how the mansion could be haunted. Not until I got home did I look this up, and here I am with my experience. Okay, so, I can't prove or disprove that. And we got another one here, says, I've had several encounters with ghosts or spirits in several locations in Ocean City, especially around the Music Pier and along the beach stretching to 5th Street. Of a young man between the ages of 20 and 25, he seemed to be running back and forth on the beach. Are there any records of such a man? So, that doesn't really go to the mansion, but I guess that person wanted to talk a little bit. So, when talking with the owner, and I'll play the clip of what she explained and everything, basically all I could get was that they might hear knocking, some type of a dragging, whether it be a foot or something else. Nothing really specific that I was looking for, so what I did is I brought the kinetic motion camera with some software, some infrared and stuff like that. And basically what it is, and again, I have a video here that I can put up for those of you watching the video version of this. If you've never seen a ghost hunting show, what this thing will do is it'll map out any figure. By mapping out, if I put the camera on myself, it will put dots on all the moving parts of my body and basically make like a stick figure. So if I'm standing here looking at the camera and this thing is on me, depending on what mode, I could have thermal, infrared, regular camera, whatever you see me, on top of it would be overlaid basically a stick figure moving around to show where I am. They use the same technology for the sports game, the EA Sports. You've seen them behind the green screen. They put the athlete, it maps them, and that's how they get the graphics to look like they're actually moving. Same concept. The camera can see what we cannot. People don't quite understand that. Take a camera and point it at your remote control. You'll see a light flashing that you won't see with your regular eye. Simple, same concept, a little bit more complex, but the same idea. So I brought that. We put the equipment aside. We went downstairs and we decided to talk to the owner. She gives us a little history of the place, and I can go ahead and play that for you here now. Okay. So just tell me your name.
Hi, my name is Nancy Aiken, and I own Ocean City Mansion.
Okay. And tell me about the place. How long have you been here? What do you guys do?
We bought this house in 1998, and it was vacant for over 10 years. And before that, it was pretty much a flop house with a lot of mattresses on the ground and not much going on.
Okay. So I found out about the place because online there's a lot of reports of it being haunted or people seeing stuff here. Have you heard anything or have you had any experiences?
Actually, when we first bought it, there was, so we've owned it over, I've owned it over 20 years. When we first bought it, there was definitely incidences. Nothing recent that I know about.
Okay.
However, in the beginning, there was a lot. There were footsteps. It smelled like somebody was smoking in the house when we were alone in it. There was, whenever we take a picture, there'd be orbs. Sometimes there'd be a knocking. It sounded like somebody was dragging their feet across the floor.
Okay.
We've run up to the top floor and with because we really thought somebody was up there and nobody was up there.
Nobody was up there.
Yeah. So I've had guests tell me that, it looked like somebody was walking by them, and then they disappeared, that kind of thing. We did have the South Jersey Paranormal Research people here, I'd say probably about 15 years ago.
Okay.
And they did some recording.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a recording. It was very kind of like in the wind. It was like, Woody, where are you, Woody? Where are you, Woody? So every now and then people would come to the front door and say, oh, we used to live here, we stayed there, or whatever. And I'd always ask them, was there anyone ever named Woody?
Okay.
And there was an older couple that came once, and they said the same thing, that they used to, stay here. And they said, yeah, there was a little boy named Woody, and the grandmother used to come by and look for him all the time. So the house was built in 1898 by the family of the Lakes. The Lakes were the founders of Ocean City.
Okay.
So they, there was a lot of people here and a lot of congregating.
Okay.
I believe if there is paranormal activity, it is very, very friendly and always has been. So, but I guess just knowing that, it could be here, could be a little scary, but it's not. And like I said, I haven't heard anything. I haven't had any reports in years.
Okay. So I don't know if they tell you what I do. I'm a paranormal investigator. I do have a shop in Chester where we do take items that people don't want, that we have confirmed that are haunted and stuff like that. I did bring a lot of equipment. I've got audio equipment. I did bring some thermal imaging. It also can detect bodies. So if there's something that we can't see, it'll actually put like a stick figure through it, and it'll show where that entity is moving around. So yeah, I'm going to do a full investigation. I do run a talk show or a podcast called Terror Talk, and I will, basically talk about your place. You'll probably get a bunch of viewers come and, check it out and stay here and stuff like that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm hoping to find something like, the littlest of something, just to give people some, something to come and look at. If we don't, I am honest though. If I don't find anything, I will be honest with them and tell them that there was nothing here. Doesn't mean there's nothing, just means that I didn't find anything that day. After that, grabbed a bite to eat, went and walked around on the boardwalk a little bit. Decided to come back to the room, and I just wanted to set up my equipment at first. Get some position. I was going to use the camera kind of from the entrance, shooting out towards the entire room. There's small rooms. There's a tub kind of in the room right in front of the bed. There's a little small bathroom. Cozy, definitely very romantic. It's a cute place to stay. I'll give it the, it was affordably priced and nice time, nice place. So anyway, we go to we're in the room, and I'm setting up everything, and I'm not even prepared. Lights are on. I haven't said anything. Anyone who knows me or follows me will know that before I do any type of investigation, I'll usually try to open up some type of a spirit box session or just something. Let people know I'm there, let them know I'm here, stuff, it's kind of like an alert so I can get the best results. So I got the laptop out, and I'm setting up the camera and pointing, kind of just getting the aim, and I'm standing kind of sideways in the camera, and right from behind me there's nothing in the screen but like a wardrobe, and it's closed, nothing else. Emerges, a figure. I've seen these things before, but nothing that anxious to get on camera or to be seen. Basically, it's waving its hands, he's doing a little thing. Like most of them, they disappear rather quickly. It takes a lot of energy to do what they do there. So a little bit of a break goes. The room is, people are kind of freaking out. The girlfriend's crying. So I wait a little bit and I turn it back on, and I basically say something like, if you're here, come on out, I want to talk. Like that. Pops out again, and here he is in front of me. Now I can't see, there's nothing there. It's just a wardrobe with nothing. It's just, but when I'm looking at the camera on the laptop, I can see the figure moving. So I say to it, can I touch you? And I reach out my hand. This thing just reaches out, and you can literally see it like touch my hand. I got chills through my body. Definitely not an evil spirit there at all. I mean, this thing was just happy, like just wanted attention. I did try to do a spirit box a little bit later on that evening and get a name. There was a potential name for a Woody, stuff like that. There was no name, nothing came through. There was some breathing and stuff. We did hear some knocking in the middle of the night. I don't know. Could somebody have been in the other room knocking on the wall just to, play games? Who knows? I didn't get a chance to speak to the people in the honeymoon suite, which was right next to us. There's a couple rooms on the third floor, which is where all the hauntings supposedly take place. I didn't have a chance to talk to them. I didn't hear them doing much in there, from the smells and stuff like that, and I can assume they were having a pretty good party, so I don't know that they would have noticed anyway. But yeah, so we reported back to the owner what we found, and I wanted to report to you guys. We do have the footage there for anybody watching this on our YouTube channel. So I mean, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment below. Send them in, message me, however you want to do that. We're going to start going to one of these haunted places, whether it be a hotel, a bed and breakfast, a road, an area, a bridge. There's a lot of stories. A lot of these investigators go there and they write a bunch of nonsense because they want people to read and see how great they are that they found stuff. I do the opposite. I'll go there, I'll debunk what other people say. If we do see something, I will first try to disprove it rather than try to convince you what I saw. So the next one we're going to head out to is the Clinton Road in New Jersey. Another one that I'm not too familiar with. It was brought to me. We're going to do that next week, I think. Next week, the weather, the COVID, it takes time to plan these things. We're going to try for a week or so. We're going to get out to there. We're going to see what all the legends say. We're going to bring the cameras and stuff. We'll do some, spirit box. I'll have it all here for you. And that's what we're going to do on episode 2. So stay tuned, and we'll talk to you soon.